Hello everyone, welcome in your reading for the month of September. So this is a bigger card reading where we will see basically other messages of energy upcoming for the month of September, maybe things that you could be aware of, maybe things that will be coming up as an energy, so you can be prepared for that. Now there is 3 groups, so you can pick whichever group resonates the most for you. I also picked some crystals, so you guys can maybe resonate better with certain crystals here, but generally I recommend picking the pile with your intuition here. Alright, so all the timestamps will be in the description down below or in the comments down below, so you can go ahead, pause this video, pick your pile, and then pick a timestamp, okay? So see you in a while. Oh, also this is group number 1, this is group number 2, and this is group number 3. So see you in your reading. Alright, hello group number 1. You got this beautiful card of heart and beauty with this quartz crystal. Okay, so first of all, let's see at this card of heart and beauty. So this card is all about emotion and society and seeing the beauty, because it's all about the chakra of the heart. So I feel like many of you in this period of time in September will be basically really focused on the journey of kind of self-healing. So there's a lot of connection to your emotions. So many of you might be going through certain emotional states or being connected to people around you or your loved ones, so this energy is really coming along, but this is very general energy. So it's all about heart, all about beauty, all about feeling stuff. So let's see. I will now pick some card for you from the decks I feel like resonates the most with your reading, and we will see how it goes. Alright, so I feel like the most with your reading resonates with Primordial Tarot, and also because this is related to emotions, I'm gonna also read with this Nicoletta. Alright, so I'll pull some card for you, and I see you then to not take time from this reading. Alright, group number 1, I'm back with your cards here, and first of all, when I was shuffling, I was kind of getting like a sense of energy you're in right now, and group number 1, you seem to me like the energy of an explorer, okay, like energy of kind of solitude, connecting to yourself, and being kind of on a self-discovery and self-healing journey here. And I feel like this is more of a long term and not only in September, but that's basically the energy I got from groups number 1 here. So everyone who's in group number 1, you're probably going through some kind of self-discovery period in your life right now. So with the cards I'm getting here right now on the September, it seems to me like this will be kind of like a time of connecting to your emotions, because once again we got this Ace of Swords or Ace of Emotions, Ace of Cups here, you could call it, but basically this card speaks all about connecting to your passion, connecting to your inspiration, connecting to the things at the bottom of your soul, basically, that make you who you are, to your authenticity, to your emotional authenticity. Okay, I think like that's the best way to describe it, emotional authenticity. And with the fact that there is so much like social energy as well going on, but I wouldn't call it social, okay? It's more like you're going into this period of time where you're being objective about your social circle, where you're being objective about your loved ones, you're being objective about your emotions, So it's kind of like a time of objectiveness, the time of peace, the time of like looking objectively at your past, at people in your life, and so on and so on. But with this card of faith here, it tells me that it's rather like you're gaining connection and you're gaining authentic expression towards people in your life that you love and you care about, okay? So that is a quite emotional energy here, and I feel like for some of you it might be first time, or it's rather rare for some of you to be feeling emotional. So I feel like that might be a very important time in your life where you'll be connecting more to people around you, but more like from the distance. You know what I mean? It's like an internal process going on. Now, it's like no secret here in this reading with this Knight of Cups here that you'll be going really with your emotions in the month of September. So I feel like emotions, and making actions and listening to your emotions will be like a main theme when it comes to month of September, So this is something to be aware of, that September will be really ruled by your emotion, But with that, you have to be also aware of looking at things objectively and not only through what is going on internally here, okay? So remember to take your time before you make action, and you have an objective point of view on certain things, okay? Second of all, an important thing here is this card of faith here, which tells me that there should be more faith into things, into people in your life, and into yourself, because I feel like there needs to be more trust, there needs to be more faith, there needs to be more belief in your abilities, in yourself, in your feelings, and in people around you, because I feel like this is something that was lacking, you know. I feel like you weren't exactly believing either with yourself or your emotions or people around you, you know, and this faith has to be coming back here. And I feel like that might also have to do something with spirituality and something with you know, your beliefs in life, you know. And I feel like there will be a certain passion coming into your life when it comes to your beliefs, when it comes to your spiritual side, when it comes to your feelings, you know. So I feel like a lot of passion will be ignited in the upcoming month when it comes to your belief system. I feel like there will be more passion when it comes to belief, when it comes to spirituality. Now, one thing that you have to be aware of, I asked about something you have to be aware of in this situation when it comes to September, is that you cannot be afraid to face certain things, because I feel like many of you or some of you might have a certain blockage when it comes to confronting certain things about yourself or about other people. And I feel like that might be mostly due to fear, you know, the fear of maybe the fact that you have been how to say this, that certain things were not trustworthy in the past, or that you couldn't believe in yourself, believe in others in the past, you know. And I feel like it's hard for some of you to have this belief, you know, in yourself or others, you know, probably mostly due to past experiences, you know. And I feel like in the month of September this has to go, because if not, this will be just blocking you from moving ahead in your life, to moving ahead in your self-exploration and going into a healthier direction, you know. So one important thing is to have belief in yourself, have belief in what you're feeling, how you're feeling it, and in people in your life, in yourself. So that's very important. So this passion here, those feelings, those actions made out of feelings can be actually authentic there, but you can actually act on them, that you have the free will to do so. So don't let the fear here control you, okay? You it's very important that you will be facing those things in the September right now, okay? That's very important. Also with this Eight of Nature here, this tells me a lot about being at peace with the story of your life, kind of thing, where basically you're kind of looking objectively at how far you've came and your past experiences here, okay? Because as you can see, this person is kind of like a tree, you know, and the tree is kind of like, you know, out there, you know, for a lot of time. It's growing, it's seeing all the world around and how everything is changing, you know. So that's very important for you to be the same at the period of time in September. So basically you can reflect objectively at the past, you can see how things change, you can see how things are always changing, and you're not judging things based on one experience or how things are at the present moment, because it's about the fact that everything changes, you know. So I feel like this belief here also has a lot to do with believing that things can change, that you can change, that people around you can change. And that's what belief is about, because this fear here is being stuck only in one thing, in one occurrence from the past, you know. And that doesn't define a person, that doesn't define you, and that doesn't define your life, you know, and how you feel or how you should go about things. So don't let one circumstance define how you see things permanently, okay? So that's a very important message here. All right, group number one. So that's all I have for you in this reading. All right, so I really hope that brought you something, and I hope to see you in my next video. Now let's move on to group number two. All right, thank you so much. Bye bye. Hello, group number two. Welcome. You picked this card of emptiness, and you picked this lapis lazuli, which I feel like really correlates with this, because I feel like in this card, first of all, there's a lot of energy of depth, you know. So I feel like we're dealing here in September with some in-depth things, especially with this emptiness here. It kind of tells me that there will be a lot of individuality, there will be a lot of like looking inward, a lot of meditation, but also clearing out certain stuff that aren't always on the surface, okay? So there's a lot of inner work going on here, group number two. All right, so I'm gonna now pull more cards with you with the decks I feel like resonate the most with you and what is going on for you in this month. All right, so let me pick some card for you. First of all, I feel like we'll be reading with this Deviant Moon Tarot. Second of all, we'll be reading with this Murderer of Crows Tarot, and I'm also gonna pull some card for you from this Night Fairy Oracle. Okay, so be right back to not take time from this video, and I see you in a second. Alright, group number 2, I'm back with your cards, and we are gonna start analyzing it with those two Deviant Moon Tarot cards because I feel like they explain the most about the situation that will be going on in the September. So, group number 2. When it comes to this dullness and emptiness here, I feel like a lot of it will have to do with you realizing that your emotions, your, kind of this emotional side here, the cup side, is kind of not being used correctly in your life. I feel like there is a certain misuse of your emotions, there is a certain misuse of how you're feeling, and I feel like you'll be realizing it, but it's controlling, you're affecting your life in a way that it doesn't basically have to, because this moon reverse here, it basically tells me about how it's not that your life and you are controlled by external circumstances, but rather by what is going on inside of yourself. Okay, so this is something that you'll be working on and realizing in the month of September, is that basically there's something inside of you, something about how you behave or how you function on a daily basis, maybe in your mind, maybe in your emotions, that is controlling you in maybe rather negative way, or maybe in a way that you don't want it to control you or your life or how you're feeling, and that will have a lot to do with emotions, how you react to them, how they are being triggered, and your actions that you're taking on them. Okay, not only emotions, but maybe even feelings, things that are coming across as emotions, and so on and so on. Basically, other things related to emotional areas of life. Now, second of all, I pulled some card from the Murder of Crows deck, which is all about honesty and kind of truth. And basically, I asked what you have to know when it comes to September, group number 2, okay? So the thing is here that there is no enemy, okay? This is something you have to realize, group number 2, is that there's no enemy. And I feel like that has to do, again, a lot to do with this moon reverse here, which is basically realizing that there's no external danger. It's just all about what's going on within yourself and what your mind is making you believe here, so it's all about realizing that there's no external enemy rather than what is going on within yourself, and that you just have to take control over it. Okay, so this is something you have to know. There is no enemy, there's nothing to be afraid of here. All right, now second of all, we got those lovers here. Okay, so that tells me all about kind of uniting or aligning certain parts of yourself, And with this Night Queen, okay, this is the advice we got for you, the Night Queen here. The Night Queen is all about balancing two parts of life, which is fun, which is work, but in this reading I would like to interpret it as, the fact that there needs to be balance between two things. And I feel like some of you, group number 2, will be trying to almost purge your emotional side, which is not the solution to what you're going through here. You cannot just purge your emotional side and pretend it doesn't exist, because that's not gonna be a solution to anything that you're going through. I feel like some of you might be seeing it as enemy, and you will be trying to block yourself emotionally, while it might cause more trouble at the end of the day than good. Okay, so make sure that you're being aware that emotions are not the enemy. It's the way that you're using them, or the way that you're being triggered by them, or the way that you're letting them affect you, that is what has to be resolved. Okay, so group number 2, don't let yourself get into the trap of blocking your emotions or purging them from your life, because that's not the way to resolve them. The way to resolve them is to internalize them in the way that is going to be healthy for you, in the way that is going to be useful, healthy for you, and not the way that is going to be controlling you, okay? Emotions are a big part of who you are, Now, with this card of emptiness and null, some of you will be actually taking a period of time where you'll be clearing your mind, meditating, reflecting, and trying not to be as much into emotional side. And that is good. Temporary, it is good. It's good that you'll be taking a break from emotion, trying to distance yourself, because that will help you look at things from a clearer perspective where you're not being as affected. But make sure that you're not doing it for a longer period of time, and that is just to detoxify yourself, Make sure that you're not making it a habit or something to, that is gonna be there basically forever. It's good to take a break, to detoxify, but after that you have to find a way to implement those things in a healthy way into your life. Okay, so make sure that you're not actually blocking them long term, that you're not making it a habit to block them or purge them from your life, because that's not gonna be healthy for anyone. So aligning with yourself, making your emotions a coexisting functional part of yourself will be a very important step for you, okay? So meditate, take your time, detoxify, like cut them off for a little bit, but don't make it a habit, all right? All right, so that's all I have for you, group number 2. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching, all right? Let's move on to the next pile. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3, welcome in your reading. So, you picked this Angel of New Life card with this clear quartz, which is beautiful energy here coming across here. Like, look at this rose. I love this rose here. It's literally like blooming, okay? So with this clear quartz, it seems to me almost like your life is finally cleared out and all the new things have finally space to come in, okay? So this is beautiful energy here coming across with new life, with new energy, with new circumstances, new events, new things coming into your life and blooming, you know, and you're blooming and everything is blooming. And this clear quartz, just beautiful energy of clearance, purging, you know, and this empty sheet of paper just waiting to be filled here, okay? So this is beautiful energy here, first of all, and it's totally different than over 2 piles I was doing, okay? So pile number 3, I will first of all pick a deck that I feel like resonates the most with this reading, and I'm gonna pull some cards for you, okay? So let me see. First of all, we're definitely gonna use this Primordial Tarot for you, and we're gonna use the Night Fairies Oracle along with this Edmond Dulac Tarot, okay? So I'll be pulling your cards, and I'm gonna do it off the camera to not waste any time of this reading, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, group number 3, I am back with your cards here, and let's get started without further ado. Alright, so the energy I'm getting from your group number 3 is that everything is kind of like starting to come together for you in your life. Now, with this 2 of Pentacles here that we have, it kind of tells me that you should really look out for opportunities in your life, you know, having a clear mindset and literally not blocking anything that is coming in and kind of questioning everything, you know, considering everything that is coming in. It's all about listening, all about looking out for certain things, and yeah, definitely listen, you know, listen to opportunities, listen to things that might be coming along to you. Now, 9 of Cups tells me here that this is the time to enjoy life, okay? If you're planning on taking any holiday, if you're planning to really take some time for yourself, enjoy certain things, go into nature, you know, anything like this is the time in September for enjoying life, you know, seeing the beauty in life, you know, especially, but from what I'm getting here with this 8 of Swords here, is that you have been through something lately, like maybe in the last years, maybe in last months, maybe in last weeks, but either way, there is just something traumatic or something that has been really a hardship for you lately, you know, in the past, and it's basically something that symbolizes to me that this is time where it ends, you know, and you've done it, you went through it, and now it's time to let go of it, okay? Because you're done with it, okay? This traumatic thing, it's done, and now it's time for you to really jump out of it and go into a fresh energy in your life, you know. So this is the time for enjoyment, of rest, of seeing beauty in life. So if anything happened to you in the last month, this is the time where this energy kind of goes away, it slips away. It's time for you to start enjoying things and seeing beauty, you know. So if you have been through something hard lately, traumatic, you know, this is basically me telling you, you know, listen, it's done, you can relax, things will be okay, okay? Sorry guys for the sound in the back, if you can hear it. Now, second of all, the very big energy I'm getting here is that this is specifically time for planning. So it's not exactly how like things will be coming to life right this moment, but this is where it will be the beginning of it, you know. So it's very important that you will be taking your time to really plan things out, you know, and that has to do also with this 2 of Pentacles here, which is listening, and that also has to do with details, you know, looking into how to actually do things, making proper steps, you know, not just visions, but actually thinking about how do I go about it, what are my steps, you know. So definitely taking time to plan things out, to think about the steps you're going to take, you know, because you have visions, you have certain plans, you have certain things already on the way, you know, but like, how do you now get to that point of getting those things done, you know? Step by step, you gotta make a plan, you know, something that you will work out, something that you'll be already being able to do, all right? Now, with that, the advice for you was the protector, you know, and that card specifically tells me about building stable foundations for the future, you know. So it's not the time to mess around, you know, and do a sloppy job. This is the time for you to actually sit down and make a proper foundation for your future, you know, to think about the future, to really think about stable foundations for whatever you're trying to do. And that's why there is this energy of planning and making a proper step-by-step plan, you know. So make sure that whatever you're doing in September, you're doing it properly and you're actually setting a good foundation for whatever you plan to do in the future. Okay, so it's about protection, it's all about foundation, something strong, something stable, something that will be working out for the future, you know. It's about taking care of things. Okay, so you have to really take care of things properly, you know. Now with this union here, and especially with this new life here, it seems to me like there will be a lot of reuniting with certain things. So if you've been feeling lately, so, sorry guys. So, if you have been feeling lately like you have been kind of isolated from people in your life, isolated from certain things from your life, or even isolated from yourself, but basically, I'm getting like some of you have been lately going through a period of isolation and feeling kind of disconnected from your life. This is the time where you're getting back into the game. This is the time of reuniting, and especially with people in your life. If you have been like in isolation or in separation with those people, or you know, with certain things in your life, this is the time where everything will be coming back to life. Everything will be reconnecting back again. Okay, so any periods of isolation, periods of separation, periods of loneliness, you know, this will be kind of going away and you'll be reconnecting with things, you know. Life will basically seem fuller again, life will seem more happier, you know. Like it's kind of like a spring of your life, it's a phase of spring for your life. Sorry guys if you can hear my stomach, like I haven't even eaten breakfast today, so don't judge me. All right, so that's all I have for you today, guys. So I hope this brought you some clarity for the upcoming month. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching, all of you, if you got to the end of this video. It's been a pleasure as always. Now, guys, I have been thinking, how about we do a Patreon where I'll be able to take the extended version of those readings and continue them on Patreon, for example. How about that, guys? Let me know how you think about this, how you feel about this idea, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright, guys, let me know in the comments down below how you feel about your reading. I would really enjoy reading that. Okay, so thank you so much and see you in my next video. Bye bye.